Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Advanced. Hello and welcome back. Yes, welcome advanced students to the advanced portion of class number 101. And getting into the review now, getting started with a review of what we saw in the last class. We were looking at abstract nouns in the last class, and we're talking about how they don't require an article. So abstract nouns such as hate, el odio. In Spanish you have the article, but in English we don't. Hate, fear, hope, even war, peace. Right? We don't say we say war and peace. We don't say the war and the peace. Okay? Intelligence. Is intelligence important for learning English? It's a good question. Is intelligence important for learning a language? I'm going to say not really. No. Hard work. And that's by far the most important thing. The effort. You don't have to be smart. You just have to make the effort, you know? Those who learn are those who try hard enough, who make the effort, right? It's about wanting it enough and doing what it takes, right? La muerte, death, not the death. Life, la vida, life. Success, el éxito, but just success. The success of Bill Gates was due to, or Bill Gates's success was due to his hard work, right? But otherwise, when we talk about this phenomenon of success, we don't need an article. Failure, no article necessary, okay? Now, do you believe that success will come if you work hard enough? Do you? Because personally, I do. I believe that success will come if you work hard enough. It's interesting. I remember my father telling me this about success, and he said, you have to work hard enough. You have to want something bad enough, and you work hard enough, and you will succeed. But in fact, what he said actually wasn't really that. What my father said, and it was interesting, was that if you work hard enough, good things will happen, right? So he has this theory that if you work hard enough, everything will work out fine. Maybe that the specific goal you were working hard towards, maybe you don't achieve that goal. But by working hard, you will achieve something. And I think there's some truth to that, in that if you work hard enough, you develop a certain set of values that people appreciate and that helps you to eventually succeed. You know, if I say, I want to be an astronaut, and I work as hard as I can to become an astronaut, well, maybe I don't become an astronaut, but in trying to become an astronaut, maybe I train, I get my body in good physical condition, and I study all the books, and I do all these things to become qualified. And well, maybe I don't become an astronaut, but something else happens in my life that I'm able to succeed in because of the effort that I made. You know, so I do believe in hard work. And certainly with learning English, that's it. It's hard work. It's hard work and very little else, really. Hard work. Do you believe in love? Very abstract, you know. Personally, do I believe in love? Yes, I do. Yeah, I suppose. There are many different kinds of love, though. Anyhow, does fear, another question. I was just thinking about some questions here with abstract nouns. Does fear control your behavior? Sure it does. Fear controls a lot of things. Greed, what about greed? Another one. Greed controls so much, controls probably the world economy greed. Incredibly powerful. Greed controls, I suppose, world economies, but greed also, greed is linked to innovation as well. Why would we make the extra effort? Why would we work hard if we didn't think there was going to be a reward at the end of it? Right? Well, anyway, I'm not here to make sort of political statements or any sort of commentary on that sort of thing. I'm not using this as a platform for social commentary, but abstract nouns. We'll carry on with that topic. Does peace seem possible? I don't know. Do you fear death? Another question. Do you fear death? I think everybody fears death to a certain extent. Okay. Then in the next part of the class, class 100, we saw specific uses of abstract nouns. Was the Second World War worse than the First World War? Was the Second World War worse than the First World War? So there, I'm talking about a specific war, the First World War and the Second World War. In terms of casualties, the Second World War had more deaths, more casualties. Does that make it worse? Well, I don't know how you want to I don't I suppose most would say that the Second World War was worse, but maybe it's a bit subjective on what bad is when it comes to war and how you measure how bad the war is. Which World War was the worst World War? Como? That's right. Which World War was the worst World War? There were two of them. I would say the Second World War, but the first, all war is terrible, I think. That's my answer. Oh, did the death of Elvis, completely changing the subject here, did the death of Elvis change music? Did the life of Elvis change music? Certainly the life of Elvis changed music. Yes. So there, life and death. But here I'm using the article because I'm talking about a specific death and a specific life. The life of Elvis. So here, if it's specific, we use the article. Otherwise, with these abstract nouns, we don't use an article. Okay? No problem? Piece of cake? Easy? I think so. All right, let's move on and take a look at our expression of the day. Expression of the day. Yes, it is time for the expression of the day. The expression of the day today is at large. To be at large. So we say this when we're talking about a criminal. Imagine a murderer. He's still at large. It means he's still out there running around. We're trying to find him, but we can't because he's still at large. Well, he's hidden. At large doesn't mean he's hiding, but imagine he's running and he's trying to avoid the police. He's trying to avoid the authorities. He's still at large. It's like saying he's outstanding. He's still out there. He hasn't been caught yet. He's still at large. To be at large. Our expression of the day, at large. Large like grande. To be at large, yes. There are some bad people who are still at large. But we work hard to catch those people, right? Okay, now moving to class number 101. That's right, the start of the actual content here for class 101. We were talking about a phrasal verb. That's right, a phrasal verb, which is to put off. To put something off. So this is a separable phrasal verb. When I say separable, I mean the verb and the particle or the preposition really can be separated. So we don't say put off it. We say put it off. So this is like to postpone, posponer, to postpone something. We'll do it later. I'll just put it off. Do you often put things off? I sometimes put things off. Did you have to put the meeting off? Yes, we had to put the meeting off. Have you ever put a vacation off? I don't have time to go on vacation. I have too much work to do. I'm going to have to put the vacation off. Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you sometimes put off difficult jobs? Do you put off difficult jobs or tasks? I'll do it later. I don't like doing that. I think I'll just put it off. So we have a special verb here as well, which is to procrastinate. To procrastinate. Procrastinate is putting things off. And this word, this is a word I heard a lot in university. People procrastinate a lot in university. You have an assignment due. You have to give it to the professor on Wednesday. And it's only Monday. I'll do it tomorrow. It's only Monday. I'll do it tomorrow. No problem. And then Tuesday comes and you realize, oh boy, I have to do this. But I'll do it after dinner. So you wait. And the next thing you know, you're up all night. And you said, why? And you say, why did I procrastinate? Why did I put that off? To put something off, to procrastinate. I used to become very productive at doing other things other than studying, for example. I have a test in 2 days, for example. Oh, well, all of a sudden, hey, maybe I should clean my floor. Maybe I should vacuum my bedroom. All of a sudden, de repente, the other things seem so important because I'm secretly, or I'm really just looking for a way to avoid studying because I don't want to do it. Yeah. So do you ever put things off and then forget to do them altogether? Sometimes. Yeah. I put things off. I have to renew my passport. I do. I have to go down there and renew my passport. I have to go to the Canadian Embassy, but I keep putting it off. I think, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, I'll do it tomorrow. I keep procrastinating. It's not expired yet, but it's going to expire soon. I'd better not keep putting it off, right? Have you been putting off going to the gym? So when we have a verb, or the verb is in the gerund, the ing, right? To put off going to the gym. Have you been putting off going to the gym? Yes, Kyle, I've been putting off going to the gym. I know I should do it. I need more exercise, but I've been putting it off. I've been putting off getting a haircut. Yeah, I need a haircut. I've been putting it off. Every evening I think, I'll go for a haircut. No, but I want to just read my book. I want to relax a little bit here. Or I have some radio shows to prepare. I don't have time for a haircut, and I put it off. And then 2 days later, I need to get a haircut. Why didn't I get a haircut on Saturday? Well, I put it off. I also put off buying groceries. And this morning, I was heading out, leaving, going to class, and I have to teach. Sometimes I teach 6 hours in the morning without any break. Well, I usually find a few minutes, and if I have a snack, it helps me a lot. I can take a few minutes and have a quick snack. But I ran out of groceries, so I was starving all morning because I put off buying groceries. So finally, I went and I bought groceries this afternoon because I couldn't put it off any longer. You know, it's not good to put things off. It's good to, we say, get them over with. To get something over with it's not something I enjoy, but I'm going to do it now and get it over with. To get something over with, to get it over with, we say, get it over with. Do it now and get it over with, and you won't have to do it again. Get your hair cut, and you get it over with now, and you won't have to do it again for another month. Okay? To get something over. That could be an expression of the day. Maybe someday we could make that an expression of the day. Anyhow, let's move on and take a look at our vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. Yes, it is time for the vocabulary of the day. The first word, aguantar el ritmo. Aguantar el ritmo. To stand the pace. To stand, aguantar, to stand the pace. Can you stand the pace of this course? I hope so. Obsoleto. Obsolete. Obsolete. Like those old beta video players. They're obsolete. Don't buy one of those. Don't buy, well, personally, I would not recommend buying one right now because they're obsolete. Like cassettes. They're obsolete. Camino de. On the way to. On the way to work, I found a 1 peseta coin. On the way. On the way. Camino de. Oh, en camino. On the way. Which is different than in the way, which is en medio. Move it. Get out of the way. You're in the way. I'm trying to get out the door. I'm trying to go out of the room here, and you're in the way. Move. Quítate del medio. Get out of the way. Now, camino de, on the way. I'm on the way. Yeah, I was on the way to work this morning, and I found a 1 peseta coin in the street. I feel very lucky. Yeah. I found one a few years ago as well. Realzar. To enhance. To enhance. I think a little bit of salt enhances the flavor in a paella. I add salt. Why? Oh, because it enhances the flavor. In my opinion, it enhances the flavor. To enhance, to improve, like mejorar, to improve, to enhance something. Hacer un seguimiento. To follow up. Now, we're looking at a lot of material here today, but don't worry, we will follow up on this content tomorrow when we do our review class. We will follow up. Every class is followed up by a review of that material in the next day. So yeah, I will. I will start the next class with by following up on what we saw today. Following up with a little review of today's material. Okay? Now the next thing that we have here is a translation list. Translation list number 29, but ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry, but we don't have time. We do not have time today for this translation list, but I promise you I will review each and every sentence tomorrow in class number 102. I hope you will join me. It's a good list. So take some extra time to study that list. Watch it tonight on Aprende Inglés television. You'll see the list, review it, and then tomorrow we will review that list here on the radio, okay? Same time tomorrow, okay? I'll see you then. Bye-bye.